Hey, this is part one of my campaign to get Che Noir signed to Griselda. Che Noir is one of the sickest, not just female rappers, but young rappers, period. She had her breakout album as God Intended with Apollo Brown in 2020. That was a top 5 album of that year, in my opinion. She has elite level storytelling, lyricism, and a vibe that's really reminiscent of 90s East Coast hip hop. Let's get into this album.
I'm too woke for sleepy niggas. I tote to squeeze these triggers. On a business, on the side, I sell clothes to keep me richer. My dice stack bread and rock merch like it's the.
Hey, I was not expecting that flip on the beat. That's sick.
Ye told us Jesus walks, I need a speed demon. But sometimes the fastest route.
That's a bar.
Born in April, my sign is Aries. Had to learn to play.
Gang.
Now it's niggas trying to hide, they scary. Type of beef that never ends, the shit like Tom and Jerry. I gave birth to you niggas, you here because of me. Your gut, but where every ball was just a sling like David. The rap game left blood on my hands, so bitch I'm finger painting. I stack cash on the dad hats. Getting rap plaques, the worst friend is a friend who begs. We got the same 2 feet in 24 hours to get this bread.
Talk that LLC Twitter-ish. She got in her bag on that beat. That was a dope flip of that sample. I didn't see that one coming. But the keys, then that vocal sample on it sounded good. Scratching on that thing was fire. Started hearing some punches that centered around that food for thought theme. So let's see how it plays out over the rest of the album. This is Eater Star with Jinx 716. Is that a distorted guitar? Yep, that's what it is.
Medication is all controlling my thoughts. It's written poems on my heart. Niggas ain't know I was smart. Took a pencil and every word that I wrote was a bar. And these rappers couldn't see me if I glowed in the dark.
That 3-syllable flip she doing right now.
5 X's from Pyrexes, sky dwellers. Trust, I live and stand by my 5 letters.
Yes, sir.
When I chose to be one time the city they looking, I know it's something to see. Honest with hoes, I just tell them y'all want nothing with me. My side bitch get it, be asking me about what number is she. I see the way I move and can't help but think that it's ass backwards. Niagara Falls where I hope they don't give up on the dream. I might get the key to the city and give it to a fiend.
That guitar loop was pretty dope. Pretty creative sample to flip. She was floating when it came to the rhyme scheme. She got in a bunch of different flows and a bunch of different rhyme schemes over there. She flexed her pen on that one. I think Jinx had a solid verse too. I was about to say his verse wasn't as bar heavy as Shay's was until he pulled out that I might get the key to the city and give it to a fiend. That's nuts. His delivery really reminds me of like Quelle Chris. He has a kind of monotone but kind of rhythmic flow as well. Yeah, solid song. Alright, this is Bless the Food.
My losses turned me to a sore loser, cut from a different cloth. You were for a booster. He's placed on us. We was only 12. Missing school to babysit your siblings and doing ponytails. They tell me, Shay, fix your appearance and shop for dresses. Biggie lyrics, but in the mirror, it's Pac's reflection, yeah. These rappers can't get the crown until we give up. Never trust a team member that always agree with you. Or a grown-ass woman that's trying to beef with you. Struggle to a hustle, build an empire from it, right?
Before I flame that production, I really like how descriptive she is with her storytelling. It was just a raw, straightforward track. But bro, on that beat, was that a fiddle? Did they flip a fiddle on that track? She like rapped over house nigga music. That was like open mic at the OK Corral type music. Anyone listen who made that beat? Yeah, I wasn't feeling that beat at all. Let me know in the comments if you was feeling it. All right, this is Ladies Brunch. You got Love the Genius, who was fire. You got Armani Caesar, who is not fire, but she might shot me. God dang, she loves strings.
Controlled by my mind, move by itself, it's like poltergeist, real shit. Look, the toughest rappers, bitch, but that's no surprise. These niggas get in front of cops and cough up info and give me COVID vibes. I spit the coldest rhymes even before my time was known as nice.
Okay, this is a bar fest. Let's get it. Y'all see what time we on?
Spit the coldest rhymes even before my time was known as nice.
Listen to that rhyme scheme.
They been quoting my lines since niggas was rocking frozen spikes. When I was young, I fucked with older guys. He gave me roses, wine, said he can't see me with nobody else. I told him close his eyes. I can never
Let's go. Let's go, bro. That's better than any City Girl lyric I've heard ever. That's fire. Let's go.
Best rapper alive, shit. I'm better than the dead ones too. Family full of black queens. Hair wraps and scented oils. Hair is silk pressed. chocolate complexion, my skin is royal. Fuck off.
Don't get no silk press in 2022. Let that thing go natural.
In your top 5, that shit is blasphemy. Y'all giving crowns to niggas that's scared to rap with me. Come on, man. Man, fuck the rapping. Y'all talk about top 5s and niggas who out here doing it.
They think I won the battle, let me explain. I recognize you the best of your guys. To me, you probably not. Best alive, and it's just exercise. I got a lot of odds. Test the guys, and you'll get stretched alive and probably molly wop.
She's floating right now. I think she started a little bit sluggish, but she's floating. This pocket she in right now is pretty sick.
Love when the hate's there. Genius with the science calculated. Perfect timing for the kill, cause you defiant. I be lying if
That was a little play on her name.
sick of it. All of y'all make a pick of the balls. I'm picking the cards of those you gassing. The illest and
She
the
flexing now.
realest bitches. I ain't asking.
Told them one drill Obama, I'm like them. But
Oh, bruh, I thought, I heard that Griselda ad-lib. I thought they was announcing something. I thought my campaign was over. I thought they got my girl in Griselda. That was far money season. All right, let's go. All right, we back focused.
Mad different. Show them on the list that spitters could still be bad bitches. They
No, she did not. That album was not good.
gotta like me, but they gotta respect me. Started late and blew past them. Armani and Dreddy. You don't want no smoke with money. I'm petty.
Come on, man. This is what I'm talking about. I'm already so whack.
Your nigga like me, you jelly. Come in your house like, hey, May, like you Jeffrey. Something lit on my arm, that's the two-tone pressing. Holster under the bra, that's the 38 special.
Okay.
More than a box of yes and no's, I'm a checker bitch. If I ever felt the way,
That's
please
fire.
know I'm a tell a bitch. I'm offshore with exotic fish and pelicans.
Hey, okay, I'm feeling that song. I was like a cipher between two dope female artists and another female artist. I think Shay definitely had the best verse out of the three. She was punching, she was barring, the rhyme schemes was there. Love, I think she started off a little bit sluggish. It took her a minute before she said something that I really like latched on to, but then she got into this specific flow in this specific pocket. She just started toying with you at the end with the flow she was getting to, where like every single word in those last like 4 bars was rhyming. Armani Caesar started out a little sluggish, ended a little sluggish. Hey, I'm an Armani Caesar hater. She's just kind of like, I guess I see the appeal. She's kind of in between that like city girl lane and then that hardcore hip hop lane, but I don't think she's that talented of a rapper to kind of play both sides. I don't know if the demand for how she's playing in both genres is really there unless she really steps up her pen. In my opinion, when she got signed, I thought it was going to be like Glock come out the purse, coke smuggled in the makeup compact type bars. I mean, she just alright. Alright, that's enough of me being a hater. This is Table for 3 with 38 Special and Ransom. There we go. Here we go with the beats. This is sick.
I hate when niggas run their mouth like a broad, or when rappers brag about jury with no house or no car. Look, it's hard to stay awake cause I dream what I never seen. The struggles that we face trying to be what we never seen. Where the fiends desperate enough, they trying to sell their teeth. So much hell on earth, so when they die, they go to hell to freeze.
Hey, okay, vivid storytelling. She kind of like dumbs down her rhyme scheme slightly. It's not AABB by any stretch of the imagination, but she kind of lightens them up. I loved if she kind of multitasked with it, but that was still a really solid verse. That's me nitpicking.
Yeah, niggas always talking what they deserve. That's how you acting when a hate occurs. I'm plotting on my data purge. I play the curve, sharply dressed in the latest furs. Around killers who make sure they hear me when I never say a word.
Hold on, man. All right, let me regroup, man. I think I forgot who Ransom was. Let me regroup. Let me take a step back. Let me brace. I didn't brace. Let me hold on to the chair a little bit. All right, let's go.
Known to be reclusive. I won't even go and pray in church. Confessions in that booth get crazy like when I lay a verse. Now tell me what the truth is. All this praying
That church confessional flip is pretty sick.
is useless. We at war, so I'll be damned if I hang around for the nuisance. I scanned around for the blueprints. I found it. Profound if you keep your circle around you. You probably won't get surrounded.
I think that was kind of a subtle flip with him talking about the circle and then surrounded. I think that was a tie into the noose, but I could be stretching a little bit. Like, 'cause, you know, a noose make a little circle rope. No, I'm not reaching, because he also had the around bar.
Then he'll go hit the block and get murdered before the sun can rise. To summarize, I'm unapologetic. Although I come to find the sharpest pupil to be the fastest student to cut his eye. Get butterflies, a nervous reaction.
The sharpest pupil be the fastest to cut his eye. The fact that he has the wit to like spit something that clever with such a complex flow and rhyme scheme, this nigga's ridiculous.
Back just watching these brothers. And I take trips
to he could have rapped for another 3 minutes, man.
Beaches. It's like whenever I attend meetings, my cheddar just increases. We did biz cause we had secrets. The judge gave enough sentences to my clique to give speeches.
Hey, bro, if 38 Fish can't do nothing else, that nigga gonna punch. That's fire. That is sick.
Longevity in this rap game, the chances is slim Jesus. I don't care if you're not tall. Turn all of y'all into 6 feeters. Young age, fell in love with Ben's feet.
Turn all y'all as 6 feeters. That's pretty dope.
Trust.
I think 38 Special kept the same rhyme scheme for that entire verse, which is one of my favorite things. I used to see it get done a lot more by some of the elite rappers, but I haven't heard that done for a minute. That was sick. The standout bar was definitely the judge gave enough sentences to write speeches. I think Shay definitely gave them the assignment that this was going to be storytelling heavy, street knowledge heavy verses in this song. Ransom's verse definitely stood out as the best out of the 3. I mean, I just think he is on a different level than almost every rapper, and that's even comparing him to elite rappers like Che Noir and 38 Special. Both of them came with it, though. I think 38 Special's verse slightly edged Che Noir's verse, but I think they're neck and neck. I'll notch his verse above Shay's just because he kept that same rhyme scheme throughout, and he had that fire sentencing punch. Che Noir's verse too, like I said, her storytelling is elite. But overall, this is a sick song. This is Gold Cutlery with Rome Streets.
Like I'm reborn, because of pain I'm moving quick but cautious. Couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. One step and get exhausted. Tears I cried was big enough to swim a dolphin. I did it all for results of niggas who love me wrong.
Yo, she is floating.
Mother and death is the Uncle Tom. I cut ties with backstabbers, they gave me scissors.
Oh yeah, I figured out. So the sample she's using, I knew it was reminding me of something. It reminds me of the first beat on Doe and Damani by Conway the Machine on From King to a God. Listen to those two and tell me I'm tripping.
I can't forget what I seen, cause every time that I blink, my brain would take a picture. I hate the flash, I try to hide it, but I can't. No selfish got to leave you for dead to go inside with your fake vibes. Living fast, mommy told me take time. Peek the lines in my verses at 3 my eyes.
I know they're not gonna have this nigga just spitting the chorus.
Bleed like the knives of a surgeon, wine from a servant. I plead to Christ, I got urges, crying in churches, life's a book.
God dang, she's so technically gifted, and she's doing it without doing any kind of double time. She has like a laid back 90s feel type flow, but the rhyme patterns she's rapping over is just so dense.
And white evidence got a bleaching tie with detergent, bitch. I spit jewels. That's the only time that I switch moves. A quick move, I turn a hating nigga to fish food. I sit booze.
That's a sick way to say that.
Recline in front of a big pool. Bitch, I'm in a class of my own. You niggas skip school.
2 sick verses by Che Noir, but I have no idea why you would put Rome Streets on an album just to do a chorus. Hey, he had a crazy 2021, so maybe that nigga price went up. They doing half off on choruses or something. They got the discount Rome Streets verse. And then the chorus was kind of mid too. He like wrote 4 bars and then decided to use it as a chorus last minute or something. If they didn't have Rome Streets listed as a feature on this song, I don't think I have a problem with it at all. But yeah, who knows? This is Brains for Dinner.
Yeah.
Derringer, is that you? Hold on, let me see who did this beat. See, J.R. Smith, bro, dog, put Che Noir in Griselda. She's from Buffalo. If the Bills beat the Chiefs, she got to get a Griselda deal. Love that scratching too.
Stack up funds from the flip. Take the first one, keep it head. Spin the other dub on a trip. Never do dirt with your bare hands, cause they dusting for prints. If anyone witnessed this crime, cut off their tongue and they lips. I have the type to eat rappers, turn to beat the rappers. I turn me, squeeze and blast you, make them bleed a bucket. Then I bleach you after. Cause I got OCD, but I made a neat disaster. Flowing with thoughts, sometimes it drip when I slept. Every morning shit, my mama thought I pissed in the bed. Nigga, used to be stressed about getting no checks. You
Fire.
yeah.
God dang, that was a verse. Nah, she spazzed. She spazzed on that one. She part of the campaign. She trying to get that Griselda deal too.
I talk the truth, they say I'm starting trouble. I touched so many lives, that shit gave me carpal tunnel. I got tired of punching the clock, that shit scarred my knuckles. And they only judge what you got, my mind.
Ugh. That carpal tunnel line into the punch in the clock so long it scarred my knuckles.
Darkest tunnels.
God
Cut
dang.
ties with the same blade I used to slit their throats. Use the same pen I write my raps with. The pen and note. To your
Hey man, the Griselda don't want to sign her after that, and I'll start my own label, man. She'll be on B-Side Records. That was my favorite song of the album so far. The J.R. Swift beat, that was the best production by far in my opinion. She lost her mind with some of the punches she was doing. She floated in that first verse, punched in that second verse. This is Communion.
tragic news. Pain that left me in a saddest mood, depressed and family assuming it's just my attitude. I'm stressed bad, feeling guilty after my best laugh. It's gonna take more than a prayer just to fix that. Cause even when my truth comes to the light, it still be pitch black. I don't stress about bills, I know how to get cash. Shit, I'm stressing about losses I'll never get back, for real. Alright, now sister.
Oh, what a verse, man. That was so vivid. That'll have your stomach turning. That was dope.
I hear that pain, girl. To a place in life where maintaining is harder. Wasted days when the liquor started tasting like water. Drunk nights by myself, weight on my shoulders that only diet can help. I became a bride in my wealth, tossed dimes in a well. Crying for help, my eyes on the cell, rise up from hell. But I could never lie to myself. Was a shy girl, quiet as hell, dealt with anxiety.
That 3 syllables she just ended, insane.
Month after I moved to the falls, when in my right mind. Get a phone call, said she got killed in a drive-by. She was 14, I'm thinking, how could y'all do this? She was a good kid, would have been an honor roll student. Scared. Give it up for Sister Black, y'all. Amen. The Lord of glory. Amen.
Amen. That song, it was worth the price of admission. It was just so vivid. The pain that she articulated, the storytelling with each one of those losses. Like I said, man, it was stomach turning. She's in her element when she's one, being personal and introspective, and then two, when she's narrating. And she did both on that song, and it really showed and shined through as one of the better songs on the album. I'll take that song, Brains for Dinner, as my 2 favorite songs. I'll take Table for 3 as well, the songs I really, really enjoyed. Ladies Brunch, even though it had Armani Caesar. Overall, I think that album was really solid. I think the thing that definitely held it back is the production. I might be being a little bit harsh because her last project was with Apollo Brown, who's insanely talented, and his style fits her style almost perfectly. I think she really feels comfortable with laid back beats and strings, and it wasn't the most well executed beats. Most of the beats kind of shifted between like mid and decent. Yeah, overall that thing was sick, and I really like how pretty much every song on this thing kept with the food for thought theme of the album. Yeah, man, Shay's not to be played with. Stop sleeping on Shay. This thing was sick. Go ahead and listen to her back catalog too, and check out this video here if you want to hear me react to more dope lyricists.